welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the semi-finals, or semi-finals here of the Sparkling Tuna Cup, the STC number 122. This is a weekly open tournament, and we've been running this event for many years at this point. It's been running longer than any other current weekly open cup out there, longer than Monday Night Weeklies, longer than Water TV Mondays, and longer than KSLs or even Pegasus Cups as well. The longest standing open cup in StarCraft. Let's go, Piper, let's go. We're here, we are back and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Celestial Enclave. We have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the blue Zerg representing himself. Currently teamless, it is SHIN. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Protoss player representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. Let's go. If you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we get into our PvZ, and as SKillous is proxying inside the main base of SHIN. We're going for the proxy again, specifically on Celestial Enclave. We do have a worker path, a worker mineral path that workers can move through. As a result, we do see the proxy 3-gate. Oh my, inside that actually sees the Overlord. The Overlord sees everything. Shit, he scouts the proxy. We're going mass zealot. No gases back at home. Not the flower that we're used to, unfortunately. There's just not enough room for a flower here, but we have 3 gateways nonetheless. 3 gateways, mass zealot. The boys are being pulled? Question mark? What are we gonna do here? Yeah, it's SHIN overreacting. That was 6 drones not doing anything, by the way. They did nothing. Yeah, so SHIN, he pulled the boys by accident because you do not pull the boys against this. And SHIN, he does waste resources, does lose mining time. This early on, when you only have 19 drones, every worker mining does count, by the way. So, yeah, a bit of a slip up there by SHIN. We gotta lock in. Is going hatch gas pool, standard opener, zealots are on the way. And SHIN panicking a little bit early on. Does panic. And so we go, we have a safety spine crawler on the way. Again, because SHIN saw this ahead of time, like, he has the wherewithal to get a spine crawler. And if these finish, SHIN should hold. First spine is going to be focused down. There's a cancellation. Does cancel the first spine. Gets behind the mineral line, going for the other spine crawler. Drones are coming for this round. Ooh, gets a probe. Does get the worker, does get the probe. Zealots, they pin back, they pin behind, and SHIN is holding. So far, so good. SHIN is holding on. A third zealot does waddle in. Spine crawler's halfway done. Jesus, these zealots, they trade well. They trade well for themselves. We have 2 more zealots on the way. But again, the boys, they get the surround. Queen pops out as well, and SHIN should hold on here. Does lose 4 drones. But the spine crawler finishes. The spine crawler is up. The spine crawler is out. SHIN, he should be okay here. Even focusing down that zealots. Behind this, we have a cyber core on the way and gases. SKillous is trying to transition out of this. But so far, the all-in is failing. He did kill a lot of drones, true. Did kill 4 workers. That is nice, but SHIN can recover. He can make up for that. Now, with the cyber core finishing, this does mean that SKillous, he can soon reinforce with stalkers. Okay, hold on. With the economy being as low as it is, and if we do pump out 3 extra stalkers behind this, and here we go, the stalkers are on the way. SKillous, can he still pull this off? Can he do this? I mean, breaking that spine crawler is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. Lings, they go for a counterattack. Okay. I mean, the wall is open. The wall is wide open. He's going for the counterattack. SKillous, he does not have a recall. Ooh, no recall available. He's been chrono boosting, of course. He has been chrono boosting. The Lings, they get across the map. At the same time, SKillous, he's got to commit. Lings getting in. They're getting into the main. SKillous has nothing at home to defend. Everything should be cleaned up. Everything should go down. And SKillous, he has to just send it. He's got to send it in. Irons are falling. That will supply block SKillous. SHIN getting into the spine crawler. How good is that mineral walking? Can we fight the Lings? Can we attempt this around? All these probes will fall. The probes are trading though, true. And Lings, they clean up. Yeah, Lings clean up. In the end, SHIN, he will hold, he will defend. He shuts this down. Gets across the map, kills 19 plus probes, and SHIN, he defends and he attacks. GG gets called, and SHIN takes game number 1. Whew. GG. What the hell just happened? What? Let's go, Bobby, let's go. A cheeky build here by SKillous, but the most important thing, of course, is that SHIN scouted. Remember, he was able to see, he was able to find those racks, with those proxy gateways with his first Overlord. He was able to react, respond with his Spine Crawler. The first Spine Crawler was cancelled, but the second Spine Crawler did finish, and once the Spine Crawler finished, he held, right? There was no breaking that natural, there was no breaking that position. Once the Spine Crawlers got up and running, likewise, he had the wherewithal to go for the counterattack, cripple the economy, and end the game. GG. GG, well played. Builds like that are heavily reliant on catching your opponent by surprise and catching them with their pants down. Right? You're heavily reliant here on lack of scouting and lack of information, and unfortunately, SHIN did scouts and was aware. And with that, we're now getting into game number 2. And we'll see if SKillous can recover and bounce back. We'll see if SHIN can close it out, as we are loading into 10,000 feet, one of the smaller maps, if not the shortest rushes map in the entire map pool. Let's go. Let us go. We are getting into this. And I'm hoping for a back and forth. I want to see a series. I want to see a game 3, but the pressure is on. And spawning in the top hand corner of 10,000 feet, we have the South Green Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, leading the series 1-0. It is SHIN. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponents. Hello. We have his opponents. We have the red Protoss player representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. As SKillous, he does move out to block the expansion, to disrupt the opener. And we'll see if SKillous has something else cheeky up his sleeve here for game 2. Again, the rush distance by ground is very short on 10,000 feet, so aggression is favored on this map. Kind of. Like reinforcements, they get across the map even faster, of course. So aggression can be favored. We'll see how we open up. As SHIN does expand towards his opponents. Okay, so the expansion choice here from SHIN, shout out to the tuna, by the way. Ah, the tuna. Beautiful. The expansion location here, it does mean that SHIN, if he goes for a 2-base all-in, if he goes for a German taxi, creep can spread across the map even faster than normal. So this is an aggressive expansion, an aggressive location for SHIN to take. It could be indicative of an all-in later, or it might just be just a spread creep and just to strike fear into the heart of SKillous. Let's go. A safer base would have been the linear third. But now we're going to be opening up. And we'll keep an eye on the tech, we'll keep an eye on the pylons, we'll keep an eye on the follow-up. Pantabit was a great hold. Yeah. Again, he defended well. He was able to surround the Zealots behind the mineral line. He was able to allow for the Spine Core to finish. He was able to hold on. As you mentioned, those kind of cheeky builds are, again, they're quite reliant on your opponents failing to scout and failing to react. As we have a Stargate open at the SKillous. Does open Stargates, opening up standard. Of course, does confirm the location of the hatchery. And where are we going from here? From here, we're waiting to see the tech of choice from SHIN, either getting up towards roaches or going to +1 melee. We're looking for the follow-up tech. That'll be within the next minute or so. Likewise, this time we do see his skills reinforcing with extra adepts. No Stalker opener this time. He's not really concerned with denying vision, more concerned with harassing. And oh, I spoke too soon. He is denying vision, going for a Void Ray opener. Okay. Cheeky moves out of SKillous. Now the point and the goal of the Void Ray is to do what? To hunt down this Overlord. To hunt down the Overlord and to deny vision. Ideally hunt down this second Overlord as well. Deny vision, deny scouting, and to keep SHIN in the dark. Now behind this, he could go into a Fleet Beacon, go into a Tempest Rush, go into a second Stargate, a Twilight Council, Charge, Glaive Adepts. There are a lot of possibilities here for SKillous. There's a lot of potential. Or he could even play Standard. But the thing is, even if he does play Standard, SHIN will have a hard time confirming. And that's what's important. The first Overlord is hunted down. Sublime blocking SHIN. Lings will at least delay the expansion by sniping the probe. Not bad. Second probe is sent out. As the Void Ray, he does move out. Again, looking for extra Overlords. Has to respect the Queens. Did the second probe... no shot. Second probe got sniped by the Zerglings, by the way. Crazy. Second probe went down. Another delay. SHIN. Meanwhile, SKillous does find a second Overlord. In the end, does kill 2. Oracle dips into the bases, gets a couple of drones, but it's not worth it. The Oracle goes down. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, a bit of a blunder there from SKillous, losing the first Oracle. Behind this, we have the Roach Warren on the way. Hidden Roach Warren in the main. SHIN is going Roach Warren first. It looks like a Roach all in. If you remember, what did we say at the beginning of this game? When SHIN took this forward base, what does this mean? It means that creep spreads across the map faster. And what are we seeing? Faster creep. Creep is rushing across the map. Queens are pushing forward. We're setting up for an all-in. My assumption was it was going to be a German taxi, but we could just walk across the map. That's how small this map is. Just walk across. Do you have a commitment into Adepts? First Queen is going to be targeted down. No transfuse. Yeah, not enough NG. So one Queen does fall. We do have a transfuse available. Oh, does land the transfuse. Queens are holding. Adepts, they do bust into the mineral line though. Drones are going down. Getting up to 6 drone kills. Nice damage. Remember, SHIN, he's all in. Workers don't really matter as much in a sense, but he does need these workers to sustain the all in. He's crazy. Fleet Beacon and a Stargate? SKillous and a Forge? And another Stargate? Pappy, none of this is going to come into play. There's an all in coming. Oh no. I mean, SKillous, he doesn't know. SKillous, he doesn't know, but none of this is gonna help. It's impressive, it's cool. Triple Stargate, Fleet Beacon into Tempest Rush, but the army is here, man. There's nothing to defend. There's one gateway? Sorry, 2. There's 2 gateways. We got 2 orphans. SKillous, he's just thinking too far ahead, Pappy. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, the all-in has arrived. While they connect on the shield battery. They send back the army, and again we got 4 Adepts. Sorry, we got 3. We got 3 Adepts to defend and 1 Void Ray. Barely an army. Bios on the outside is pylon. Lings, they slip in. Yo, we got Tempest on the way. Copium. And again, they're not going to help here. They're not going to help. The third base is forfeit. The third base has been broken. Whilst they zone back the army, they zone back the Void Ray. Depowers all the batteries. And Lings, they're flooding in. They're flooding in. GG gets called, and SHIN, he will claim the series 2-0, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Whew. GG, well played, SHIN. He will claim the series. He will advance on into the grand finals. And my condolences to SKillous. He had some very quirky and interesting builds here. Game 1, he went for the 3 gates, going for the proxy, going for the 1 base all in, but he got scouted, unfortunately. He got shut down. Game 2, we saw SKillous open up Void Ray and go into a Tempest Rush, attempted Tempest Rush. Unfortunately, there was an all-in coming his way, and SKillous, he wasn't able to confirm the all-in in time. Unfortunately, he just wasn't able to confirm. He wasn't able to spot the hidden Roach Horn. Remember, the Roach Horn was hidden behind the main base, so it never got scouted, and likewise, it didn't quite piece together the lack of workers at the natural, which you also didn't see. The natural base location, because he was applying pressure at the third base instead, which was technically the natural, if you think about it. But unfortunately, just lack of information there, a lack of realization, and as a result, we were investing into a Forge, into 3 Stargates, and a Fleet Beacon as well, none of which did help with the defense. GG. GG, well played. The pants were down, Pappy. The pants were down. But regardless, congratulations here to SHIN. It does advance on to the finals, and we have our 2 finalists here. It's going to be a ZvT. Now, coming into this tournament, we expected to see a ZvT. Like, the top 2 seeds were a Terran and a Zerg, but they were Bjorn and SHIN. It's not Bjorn and SHIN, Pappy. Who is it? Percival. Again, Percival, he had a crazy result earlier, taking down Bjorn in the semifinals, and as a result, so we do have our top 2 players here. It is going to be a TVZ between Percival and SHIN. Best of 5. Let's go, Pappy. Let's go. It's going to be that best of 5. As our players are conducting their vetoes as we speak, they're getting ready.